Stop right here. Do not scroll away from this screen. Turn off the noise around you. If you truly hate my presence, then skip this video immediately. But if your heart is beating faster right now, stay with me, because heaven aligned time itself to rescue your life from a very deep regret. You did not stumble across this message by accident. You are here by my sovereign design. Look at me right now. Focus your tired mind on these words. I see your daily struggles, and I know that you are tempted to ignore this warning today because you have a million different things rushing through your thoughts. But if you walk away right now, you will walk straight into a hidden trap along your path. Do not let distraction win this hour. You are standing at a dangerous threshold. The choices you make today will shape your entire future. I have stepped into your atmosphere to offer you clear direction. And while you are worrying about your finances and your broken relationships, my angels are fighting a massive spiritual warfare in the unseen realm to protect your destiny. Listen to the quiet whisper of my voice. Your life is not a mistake. You are my chosen warrior. I have watched you carry heavy loads for a very long time, and even though you pretend to be strong when people look at you, I see the silent tears you shed when you are completely alone. Do not let the lies of the world convince you that I have abandoned your soul. I am right here beside you. Give me your absolute attention. This is not a time for games. Something major is about to shift in your reality. And if you close your ears to this divine instruction today, you will look back on this moment with tears of regret because you missed the exact breakthrough you have been praying for. Do not throw away your blessing. The enemy wants you to skip this video. He wants you to stay buzzy. He wants your mind to remain cluttered with fear and anxiety. And he knows that if you listen to my voice for the next few minutes, the chains of generational bondage that have held your family back will break into pieces. You are the one I chose to bring light. Are you ready to receive my guidance? Do not let doubt steal this moment. Your soul has been crying out for answers in the dark, and today, I am breaking my silence to hand you the master key to a door that has been locked against your life for many years. Lift up your eyes to my face. Trust the plan I have laid out before you. A great storm is coming to the world, but you will find refuge in me. You do not need to panic. And while the ground is shaking beneath the feet of those who trust in earthly wealth, you will stand firm because your foundation is built on my eternal promise. I am your shield in times of trouble. Stay inside my shadow, where you are fully safe. I know you are tired. Your body feels weak today. The journey has been rough, and every morning when you wake up, the heavy weight of yesterday is already sitting on your chest before you can even find the strength to pray to Me. But your season of exhaustion is coming to an end. I am pouring new oil into your empty lamp. Look back at your past. Think about the doors that closed. Remember the people who walked away. And understand that every single disappointment you experienced was actually a holy shield that kept you from entering rooms that would have destroyed your spirit. I was protecting you when you were blind. You must thank me for the answers I denied. The world calls you an ordinary human, but I call you a masterpiece. I formed you in the secret place, and before you drew your very first breath, I wrote your name in the book of life and assigned an army of heavenly angels to guard your steps along the way. You carry a piece of my glory. Walk with your head held high. Do not compromise your faith. The world will offer you temporary comfort. It will try to make you settle for less. And if you give in to the pressure of the crowd, you will lose the unique rhythm that I placed inside your soul to make you a light bearer in this dark age. Stay true to the calling you received. Do not sell your birthright for a bowl of stew. I am about to reveal a secret. It concerns a specific person in your life. This person speaks kind words to your face, but behind your back, they are actively working with the enemy to create a web of confusion that will trap your feet and slow down your progress. I am shining my light on their hidden motives. Watch your steps in the coming days. Do not be afraid of the truth. Truth is your greatest weapon. It will quickly set you free from all earthly illusions. And even if it hurts to see the real faces of those you trusted, it is better to walk in my light than to sleep in the lies of the deceiver. I am separating the wheat from the chaff. Trust my surgery on your social circle. You have poured out so much love. You gave your best to others. You expected nothing in return, and yet you were met with cold betrayal and bitter jealousy from the very people you helped when they were at their lowest point in life. I saw your pure heart breaking in silence. I am collecting every single drop of your tears. I am your divine vindicator. You do not need to fight back. Leave the justice to me, and while you are resting in my presence, I will personally deal with the traps that have been laid to ruin your reputation among the people you work with every single day. Your innocence will shine like the noonday sun. Be still and know that I am God. We are moving into a deeper space now. The warning I gave you is expanding. You must prepare your mind for a sudden transition, and if you carry the baggage of your old hurts into this new season, you will weigh down the holy wings of blessing that I am attaching to your spirit right now. Drop the weights at my feet. Let go of the control you hold so tightly. Come closer to my heart now. Let me speak softly to the part of you that is most tired today. You have carried a heavy load for too long, and you think that nobody notices the silent battles you fight inside your mind every single day because you hide them behind a big smile. But I see everything clearly. You wake up early every morning. You put on a brave face for the world outside. You take care of everyone around you. And while you are busy fixing their problems and listening to their endless complaints, you quietly wonder if anyone will ever stop to ask how your own soul is doing today. You feel completely invisible. I saw you when you ran into the bathroom last week. You turned on the faucet very loud so nobody could hear your crying. You pressed a towel against your face to stifle the sound of your breaking heart. And you sat on the cold floor wishing that the heavy darkness would just swallow you whole because you had no strength left to stand up. I was there on that cold floor with you. I counted every single drop of your tears. I held your trembling shoulders in the dark. And even when you felt like you were drowning in a sea of absolute isolation, my hand was underneath your head, keeping you from sinking into the deep abyss of utter despair. You were never alone. You do not need to use fancy words with me today. If your soul recognizes this gentle embrace right now, write the word Amen in the comments as a quiet sign that you hear your Heavenly Father. This small act of agreement will anchor my peace inside your heart, and it will show the enemy that you belong to me. Let us look deeper into your wounds. You have always been a very pure giver. You shared your food with the hungry. You offered your money to those who begged for help, and yet the very people you rescued from their own storms turned around and threw rocks at your glass house when you needed a little bit of comfort from them. They took your kindness for weakness. They used your open heart to build their own thrones. They gossiped about your flaws behind your back, and when you finally stepped back to protect your own sanity, they called you selfish and cold because you stopped allowing them to drain your internal energy every single day. They did not deserve your light. Do you feel that tight knot inside your chest right now? That is the heavy weight of unexpressed grief and anger. You have bottled up your pain for many years, and because you are the strong one in your family, you convince yourself that you do not have the right to break down or show any signs of weakness to others. But I did not design you to be a machine. You are a human vessel of flesh and blood. It is okay to feel tired today. And in this holy moment of quiet intimacy, I want you to drop the heavy armor you have been wearing because you do not have to fight these earthly wars on your own strength anymore. Let me carry you. I know that your friends have grown fewer lately. You feel more isolated than you did last year. The circle around you is shrinking, and you often sit in the quiet corners of your house, wondering why your life feels so small and lonely while everyone else is moving forward with their big plans. You feel completely left behind, but that isolation is not a curse from hell. It is a holy separation for a greater purpose. I am pulling you away from the crowd, and I am shutting the doors to worldly distractions because I need your undivided attention for the massive spiritual download that I am about to release over your life today. You are being hidden for your own safety. People have misjudged your quiet character. They called your discernment a sign of pride. They did not understand the heavy calling on your spirit, and because your light makes their darkness look too obvious, they tried to dim your shine by spreading false rumors and lies about your pure intentions in life. They want to see you fail. Let them talk their empty words. Their opinions cannot change the destiny I wrote for you. I am hiding you inside my sacred cave. And while you are sitting in this dark place of forced waiting, I am strengthening your inner muscles so you can carry the heavy weight of the giant blessings that are coming to your house soon. Trust my silence today. You have fought so many invisible battles. Your mind is exhausted from the constant overthinking. You run through every scenario at night, and every morning when your eyes open, you feel a deep sense of dread about the tasks ahead because your soul is running on completely empty fuel right now. You need a divine reset. Breathe deeply right now, my beloved warrior. Let the muscles in your neck relax completely. Put down the invisible heavy bags of tomorrow and open your hands to receive the fresh stream of living water that I am pouring into your dry soul because your long season of drought is finally coming to an absolute end. Turn your eyes toward my face. You remember the betrayal from last winter. It still stings when you think about it. You gave your absolute best to that person, and when they got what they wanted from your generous hands, they tossed you aside like a piece of garbage without even saying a single word of gratitude to you. You felt used and discarded. I watched that happen from my throne. My heart broke for you in that moment. I saw the shock in your innocent eyes, and I want you to know that I am keeping an accurate record of every single injustice you suffered because the scales of heaven will always balance out in the end. I am your true defender. Do not seek revenge on your enemies. Do not waste your precious energy on bitterness. Bitterness will only poison your own well, and if you allow their toxic actions to change the beautiful purity of your soul, you are letting the adversary win a battle that I have already won for you on the cross. Leave them in my hands. You feel lonely in your own family. They do not understand your spiritual depth. They think you are acting strange lately, and whenever you try to share the deep things of your heart with them, they brush you off or change the subject to worldly things that do not matter to your soul at all. You feel like an outsider, but you were born to be a cycle breaker. You were never meant to fit into their old molds. I chose you to break the chains of generational dysfunction, and that is why your spirit rejects the superficial gossip and the constant drama that keeps your relatives trapped in the same low cycles of life for many decades. Stand firm in your uniqueness. I see you sitting in your kitchen late at night. The house is completely dark and quiet. Everyone else is sleeping peacefully, and you sit there staring into the empty space, wondering if you will ever escape this endless loop of financial stress and emotional exhaustion that drains your youthful energy every day. Your heart feels so heavy. You ask me why the answers are taking so long. You ask me if I even hear your prayers anymore. You feel like your voice is hitting a brass ceiling, and you are tempted to give up on your big dreams because the cold reality of your current situation looks like an impossible mountain that you can never climb. But look at my hands. My hands are still holding the steering wheel of your life. I have not lost control of your journey. My timing is always perfect and precise. And while you are looking at the dead ends and the dry valleys around you, I am already preparing a massive table of abundance in the presence of the very people who doubted your success. Hold on to your faith. Your current pain is not a permanent destination. It is just a necessary tunnel to your breakthrough. The darkness around you is temporary, and the very trials that are making you cry right now are shaping you into a powerful weapon of light that will deliver many thousands of captive souls in the near future. Do not lose your focus now. Let us clear out the old wounds today. Let us wash away the stains of rejection. Forgive yourself for the mistakes of the past, and stop punishing your innocent soul for the toxic actions of people who did not have the capacity to love your beautiful spirit the way I designed you to be loved. You are completely innocent in my eyes. Breathe in my unconditional grace right now. Feel the heavy chains falling off your weary chest. Your heart is being liberated from all worldly expectations. And as we finish this deep exploration of your inner pain, I want you to prepare your mind for a great shift, because the presence of my holy power is about to fill this room completely right now. Stay awake for my move. But my child, none of your struggles were invisible to me. You thought you were walking completely alone through the valley of the shadow of death. You looked around for a friendly hand to hold, and when you found nothing but cold silence, your faith began to tremble in the dark. But I was always standing right beside your weary soul. I stood beside you when you felt the heavy weight of yesterday sitting on your heart. I watched you pace across your living room floor at 3 o'clock in the morning. Your mind was racing with endless questions about your survival, and while you were quietly begging for a single sign of life, I was holding you tightly in my arms. Let me reveal a deep truth to your spirit today. Your current delay is not a denial from heaven. It is a calculated setup for a massive breakthrough. I want you to remember a famous story from my holy word. I want you to look at the life of Joshua when he stood before the giant walls of Jericho. The city of Jericho was locked up completely tight because of the children of Israel. Nobody could go out. Nobody could come inside. And from a human perspective, the situation looked completely impossible to overcome. But I had already given the entire city into the hands of my chosen leader. I had a plan that made no sense to human logic. I gave them a very strange military strategy. I told Joshua to gather all the men of war. I commanded them to march around the city once every day for 6 consecutive days. They were not allowed to make any loud noise with their voices. They had to walk in absolute silence while the enemy watched them from the top of the walls. Think about how foolish that strategy looked to the people watching from above. The soldiers walked around the massive stone walls day after day. Nothing seemed to change. No stones fell from the towers, and I know that some of those men were tempted to complain because their daily routine felt like a complete waste of time. My child, your life feels exactly like that silent march right now. You have been walking around your own mountains for a very long time. You have prayed the same prayers day after day. You have done everything I asked you to do. And yet, when you look at your current situation, the walls of lack and loneliness look just as thick as before. But the story of Joshua did not end in silence. On the 7th day, I commanded them to rise up very early in the morning. They marched around the city 7 times, and when the priests blew the holy trumpets, I told all the people to shout with a great shout. Suddenly, the massive walls of Jericho fell down completely flat. The walls did not fall because of earthly weapons. They fell because of simple obedience, repeated in the face of silence. Those walls were dismantled by my invisible power at the exact second of my divine command, and the very people who laughed at my servants were suddenly forced to behold the absolute majesty of my glory. You have heard me whisper peace over your pain. Now hear me declare your freedom with royal authority. The time of your silent marching is coming to an end. I am shifting you out of the background, and I am preparing your hands to receive the great inheritance that has been locked away from your family for generations. I am changing the very foundation of your life today. I did not bring you into this wilderness to let you die of spiritual thirst. Every closed door you encountered was my deliberate protection, and while you were weeping over the relationships that ended, I was busy cutting away the toxic weeds that would have choked your destiny later. Do not call this long delay a failure. It was a period of necessary stabilization. Your physical vessel needed to grow strong enough to carry the weight of the heavy blessings I am releasing. If I had opened those big doors last year, the sudden success would have destroyed your humility because your character was not yet fully formed. The enemy targeted your life because he saw your bright light rising from the shadows. He knows that you are a chosen arrow in my quiver. He tried to drown your mind in constant anxiety, and he used the cruel actions of deceitful people to make you believe that you were completely worthless in my holy sight. But he is a liar. You are precious in my eyes. I have carved your name into the palms of my hands. No weapon formed against your soul shall ever prosper. And even though the adversary has tried to block your progress through financial lack, I am already opening the windows of heaven to pour out a blessing you cannot contain. Trust my wealth. Pause right here, my beloved warrior. Let this truth settle into the deepest place of your soul. Stop looking at your bank account with fear. Stop wondering how the miracle will happen. I am the creator of the entire universe. I speak to the dry bones, and they come alive. I command the light to shine in the darkness. My timing is never late. I am always perfectly on time. You look at the calendar, and you think that you are falling behind your peers. You see them buying houses and celebrating achievements on the internet, and you sit in your room feeling like a failure because your life looks stagnant. But you are operating on my schedule. An exceptional destiny requires an exceptional preparation. I do not mass-produce my chosen champions. I shape them individually in the secret dark rooms of isolation. You are a unique masterpiece, and the unique trials you are enduring right now are the exact tools I am using to polish your spiritual armor for the battles ahead. I will restore the years that the locusts have eaten from your life. I will give you double for all your past shame, and the very people who look down on you will be forced to acknowledge that my favor is sitting heavily on your head. I am reversing the negative verdicts that were written against your family line. I have heard your midnight cries. I have witnessed your silent endurance. And I am telling you today that the authority of the oppressor over your mind is being completely stripped away. You will no longer walk in confusion. I am sending a holy wind to clear the thick fog from your thoughts right now. Receive my clarity. Lift up your eyes to the horizon. A new day is dawning for your soul. The chains are starting to tremble, and as you take your next steps of faith, you will see the walls of limitation crumble before your face, just like the stone walls of Jericho. You do not need to fight with human hands. You only need to walk in my truth. I am marking a boundary around your life today. No spirit of premature death or sickness will cross this holy line. I have covered your household with my protective wings, and while the world is spinning in absolute chaos, your dwelling place will remain a peaceful sanctuary of joy and rest. I am your ultimate provider. I remember every small act of obedience you performed in secret. I saw when you gave your last dollar to someone in need. I watched you pray for the healing of your enemies when your own heart was bleeding from their attacks. Your simple faithfulness has built an altar of remembrance before my heavenly throne today. Get ready for a sudden acceleration. What took others 20 years to build will manifest in your life in a single moment of my favor. I am aligning the right people to help you. I am causing your name to be mentioned in rooms of influence where you have never even stepped. The valley of weeping is turning into a well of joy. I am the first and the last. I hold the keys to every closed door in your city. No human politician or bank manager can cancel the promotion that heaven has authorized for your life today. When I say yes, no demon in hell can say no. Stand tall in your divine identity. You are a royal child of the King. Do not look back at the ashes of your past relationships with regret. Those breakups were my severe mercy on your life. I was tearing down the faulty foundations so that I could build an unshakable kingdom inside your heart. The people who left you were not meant to walk with you into your glorious future. Let them go. The atmosphere in this room is changing right now. The heavy pressure on your chest is lifting away, and a deep river of my supernatural peace is starting to flood the dry chambers of your tired heart. Drink from this holy stream today. Let it wash away all the remaining residue of past disappointments and fears. We are approaching the ultimate moment of your deliverance today. The cloud of my presence is hovering over your head right now, and if you are ready to witness the complete collapse of your old limitations, you must prepare your spirit to surrender all your worldly worries into my capable hands. The final breakthrough is here. I am opening my heavenly storehouse to sustain your journey. You have worried about food and shelter for too long. You have looked at your dwindling resources with tears of despair. And while you were sleeping in fear, I was already commanding destiny helpers to bring the exact provisions you need to your front door tomorrow. Trust my abundance. The wilderness season is not your permanent address. It is merely a bridge to your land of milk and honey. You have learned how to lean on me when there was nothing else left to trust. And now that you have passed this difficult test of endurance, I am ready to lead you into a spacious place of true freedom. Walk forward with courage. Do not let the lingering shadows of doubt talk you out of your victory today. The enemy is desperately fighting to keep your mind trapped in the old patterns of limitation, but his power over your household is completely broken by my word. Stand firm in the glorious light of my presence. Your new chapter is officially beginning right now. Listen closely to the final instructions of this section. I am preparing to issue a royal decree over your situation. Your heart must be completely still before my throne, and as we transition into the highest peak of this divine encounter, you must release all your remaining fears, because my sovereign power is about to execute perfect justice for you. Hear my royal decree over your life right now. The hour of your ultimate deliverance has arrived in this room. The chains that bound your grandfathers are breaking into pieces. You are no longer trapped under the heavy ceiling of generational lack and constant struggle. The enemy has lost his legal authority over your household today, because my blood has canceled every negative verdict written against your name. I am tearing down the ancient altars of failure and delay. You have watched your parents suffer through the same financial limitations. You saw them work hard without any real rewards, and for many years, a quiet voice told you that you were destined to repeat their painful cycles. But I am stepping into your family history today to write a brand new chapter of absolute victory. I declare that the spirit of poverty is permanently evicted from your house. The negative patterns of broken marriages and sudden tragedies are ending right now. I am setting a holy fire to the nets that the adversary laid to trap your progress in this dark world. You are stepping out of the role of a silent victim and into the glorious position of divine stewardship. Do you realize what is happening in the unseen realm at this exact second? That strange restlessness you felt in your chest was your spirit preparing to cross a holy threshold. The waiting season is officially finished. The massive shift is happening right now, and what looked like a chaotic storm in your life was actually the sound of my chariot coming to rescue your soul. Those closed doors you cried about were never punishments from my throne. They were my absolute protection against traps that would have broken your heart into pieces. I intentionally delayed your steps so you would not walk into rooms that were meant to destroy your spiritual alignment. And now, the true doors of my divine provision are swinging wide open. The battle you have been fighting in silence ends here in this very moment. You have been the strong one for too long. You have carried the heavy weights of your entire family on your bruised shoulders. But your human strength is entirely empty today, and I need you to listen to my voice, because I am about to demand a holy act of obedience from your tired heart. Stop trying to fix everything on your own. Drop the heavy bags of anxiety at my feet right now. Open your hands toward the screen. Let go of the tight control you have been holding onto for so many years. Breathe deeply into my holy presence. I am commanding your racing mind to be perfectly still. Drop your armor and rest in me. Good. I feel your surrender. I see the heavy tension leaving your tight neck muscles right now. You are finally allowing me to be the God of your life. You do not need to figure out how tomorrow will work, because I am already walking ahead of your steps to organize every single detail of your future path. Your anxiety has no power over my promise. Receive my supernatural peace into your broken heart today. I am pouring a fresh stream of oil over your dry spirit. The years of emotional drought and financial stagnation are washing away into the sea of forgetfulness. I am making your soul perfectly clean, and I am attaching beautiful wings of favor to your character so you can fly above the storms of this life. I am opening my heavenly storehouse to supply all your earthly needs. You have spent too many nights crying over your bills and your debts. You have looked at your empty bank account with a heavy spirit of despair, but I am commanding destiny helpers to locate your address this week. They will bring the exact provision you need without you even asking. You are no longer an orphan surviving alone in a dark desert. You are an heir to an unshakable kingdom of wealth and glory. I have assigned a powerful legion of angels to form a wall of fire around your household today. No weapon of sickness or premature death will ever cross this sacred boundary. Your family is fully secure under my protective shield. I saw the nights you lay awake wondering if your life carried any real value. You felt discarded by those you loved. You believed the lies of the enemy when he told you that you were too broken to be useful to my kingdom. But a jewel covered in dust is still infinitely precious to the collector. I am wiping the dust off your soul. I am restoring the joy of your youth today. The laughter that the enemy stole from your house is returning with double intensity. I am replacing your heavy spirit of mourning with a beautiful garment of praise and thanksgiving. Your mouth will testify of my goodness before the very people who gathered to watch your public failure. They will look up in wonder. Your vindication is fully signed by my royal hand. I am dealing with the deceitful individuals who spoke kind words to your face while digging a deep pit for your feet behind your back. I am exposing their hidden motives to the light of day, and while they are falling into their own traps, you will walk forward into a spacious place of absolute freedom. I am accelerating the manifestation of your dreams. What took your peers 20 years of hard labor to achieve will land in your lap in a single moment of my divine favor. I am giving you a supernatural intelligence to manage the wealth that is coming to your hands. You will no longer be the borrower. You will become the lender to many nations. Listen to the wind of my spirit blowing through your room right now. The air is shifting. The old foundation of your life is being cleared away to make room for a magnificent structure of grace. Do not look back at the people who abandoned you last year with any regret. They were not equipped to carry the heavy weight of your glorious future. I am giving you a new name today. You will no longer be called the forsaken one or the lonely sufferer. You are my light bearer. You are a living refuge for other broken souls who are wandering in the dark. The unique wisdom you gain through your intense suffering will become a powerful medicine to heal the wounds of an entire generation. Walk in your calling. I am locking down the blessings that I have released over your life today. No thief will steal this peace from your heart. No enemy will corrupt the harvest that is growing in your fields. I am stamping this moment with my eternal seal of approval. Your steps are ordered by my wisdom, and you will walk without any fear, because my presence is your shadow. Breathe deeply once again, my beloved warrior. Let the remaining fragments of your old worries dissolve into the ocean of my love. You have entered a new covenant of rest with your Creator today. The noise of the battlefield is fading away into absolute silence, and your spirit is resting safely inside the secret place of the Most High. I am turning your dry desert into a beautiful garden of springs. The areas of your life that felt dead and useless are starting to sprout new life at this exact second. You will see fresh opportunities open up in your career this month. You will experience a deep emotional restoration in your family relationships. I am doing a completely new thing. Do not let the small minds of ordinary people talk you out of your massive destiny today. They can only see your humble beginnings. They can only judge you by your past mistakes. But I see the finished masterpiece that I designed before the foundation of the world. Trust my vision for your life. Lean on my understanding instead of your own. I am anchoring this breakthrough inside your nervous system right now. Your physical body is receiving a holy download of strength and health. The chronic pain that has drained your physical energy for many months is leaving your limbs completely. I am renewing your youth like the eagle. You will run and not grow weary, because my power is your fuel. We have reached the high mountain of our meeting today. The seal of protection has been fully placed over your household. What remains now is your permanent alignment with this divine truth. And as we move into the final instructions of this holy message, I need you to guard this sacred peace with your entire strength. Do not let distraction steal it. The storm has completely passed over your life now. You can feel the quiet stillness of my presence filling every single corner of your room today. The heavy pressure that weighed down your chest for many months is completely gone, and as you sit here in this holy moment of transition, a deep wave of supernatural peace is anchoring your fragile soul into my eternal love. You can breathe normally again, my beloved child. Your shoulders do not have to carry the heavy burdens of tomorrow anymore, because I have taken total control of your destiny helpers. You fought a good battle in the dark valleys, and now you are standing safely on the high mountain of my grace where the enemy cannot touch your joy. Look at how far we have traveled together along this rough path. You thought you would break into pieces during the winter season of isolation. You questioned your own value when the crowd turned their backs on your pure intentions. But my light kept your spirit burning when the wind was blowing fiercely against your life. You survived by my power alone. Everything I have spoken over your household today is a permanent seal of protection. Do not let the lingering doubts of the world steal this profound quietness from your mind. The ancient walls of limitation have crumbled into dust before your very eyes, and a fresh path of abundance is opening up right now to lead you into true financial freedom. but you must guard this sacred blessing with your entire strength. Do not let this moment pass without a real response from your heart. I did not deliver your soul from the deep pits just to keep this light hidden in a secret place. There are other weary warriors who are still crying out for hope in the dark Saharan desert of this cruel world. I need you to become an active vessel of my divine mercy today. Take this holy message and share it immediately with 3 specific souls who are secretly breaking inside. You know who they are, and when you send this light into their dark atmosphere, you are fulfilling your royal destiny as a chosen leader of my heavenly kingdom. Your act of generosity will break their heavy chains of despair. It will show them that their heavenly Father has not forgotten their broken prayers. Do not stay quiet when I command you to move forward. By sharing this light with others, you are opening up the windows of heaven to pour out more miracles into your own household tomorrow. Are you ready to listen to the gentle rhythm of my words right now? The adversary wants you to forget this message as soon as the screen goes black. He wants your mind to return to the chaotic noise of worldly news and daily worries. But you must stay deeply connected to my fresh daily guidance if you want to walk in continuous victory. Take a moment to anchor your regular connection with my house today. Click the subscribe button right now and turn on the holy notification bell. This is not an ordinary routine for a common media platform. It is a spiritual commitment to protect your ears from the toxic lies of the deceiver who wants to distort your bright destiny. Every single day, I am releasing fresh instructions for your next steps along the path. If you miss my voice, you may wander back into the dangerous traps of your old enemies. Stay alert in this dark age. By joining this chosen tribe of light bearers, you are surrounding your fragile spirit with an army of faithful believers who pray together. We are approaching the final moments of our holy encounter today. Your soul has received a massive download of supernatural grace and complete liberation. The scales of heaven have balanced out your past losses with double portions of joy. And now, I want to see if your heart is ready to honor this divine alignment with a physical action. If this sacred message has brought true light to your weary heart, you can show your absolute gratitude through the feature called Super Thanks. It is not a forced transaction or a worldly obligation. It is a pure seed of thanksgiving that you plant into the holy ground of this sanctuary to honor the major breakthrough I gave you today. Do not let fear talk you out of your obedience right now. A small seed sown in faith carries more power than all the gold stored in earthly banks. When you honor my word with your material resources, you are telling the enemy that you no longer trust in worldly security. You are declaring that I am your ultimate provider. Your step of faith involves no worldly risk at all because my grace covers your entire life. If you honor me, I will make your cup overflow with unexpected resources from places you have never even heard of. I am watching over your financial seed right now. Trust my promise and step forward with a perfectly light heart today. Come back into the deep stillness of my embrace for one final blessing, my child. Close your tired eyes for a second. Let my supernatural peace wash over your physical body from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. I am stamping your household with an eternal mark of safety that no demon can ever erase. Go out into your day with your head held high. You are no longer the lonely sufferer who survived in silence behind closed doors. You are a powerful master of light and a living monument of my severe mercy. I will walk beside your steps every single minute of this week. My presence will be your permanent shadow in the sun. The waiting season is officially finished for your soul. Do not look back at the ashes of yesterday, because your glorious future is already standing open before your face. Rest in my love. Be still in my power. I am with you always, even unto the absolute end of the age. Amen.